Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
The Chakma issue continues to dominate the politics of the northeastern states. In Mizoram, their situation is slightly different. Here they have their own autonomous district council, yet they face persecution and threat of deportation. The agenda.
In Mizoram, most Chakma people coming from Bangladesh are illegal immigrants. In the year 1971, the former Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, and the first President of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he made an agreement regarding the refugee coming from Bangladesh to India. So according to that Indira Mujib Pact, all the Bangladesh citizens coming from Bangladesh are not to deported from India. According to that agreement, all the refugees living in Mizoram or Arunachal or in different states of India are to look after by the government of India. But at that time, the District Council of Mizoram did not allow those Chakma people coming from outside the Mizoram. They are not allowed to live in Mizoram. So they went to Arunachal, Uttar Pradesh, and different states.
Even our Mizo people are living in Burma, and some are in Bangladesh, like in Tripura and Manipur, Kachar district. So it's very difficult that without mingling from one side or the other, it's difficult to live here. Like in other parts of India, for example, in Calcutta, many people be coming from Bangladesh. And many of them are kith and kins. So at the same time, these Chakma people who have been living in Bangladesh, now they call it Chittagong Hill Tracts. They have been living there for many years there. If that Bangladesh problem is settled, this problem, foreigner issue here in Mizoram will be much less.
Here they have their own autonomous district council in Chimtuipui district. But they also want district councils in Aizawl and Lunglei districts. And recently, even the demand for a union territory was also raised.
They will never get union territory as long as I am in Mizoram. I can swear by this. They will never get union territory as long as I'm in Mizoram.
As a popularly elected Chief Minister of
Yes.
the state of Mizoram,
Yeah.
what do you feel about the popular perception against the Chakmas?
Well, you see, popular perception about the Chakmas, rather, not against, is that genuine citizens are accepted as genuine citizens. In fact, I made one of the MLAs as my junior minister, and one of the senior MLAs as chairman of a very important corporation. That shows the common perception of the common Mizos about the Chakmas, not against the Chakmas. But there are illegal infiltrators from Bangladesh as well as from Myanmar.
In the year 1911, they live only 302. But in the year 1921, they live 680. So their increasing rate is 125.1%. So in the year between 1961 and 1971, in the year 1961, all the Chakma people are only 19,327. And in the year 1971, the Chakma people were 22,393. Their increasing population is 26.4%. 41. And in the year between 1981 and 1981, their increasing rate is 100.4%. So the increasing rate of Chakma population is more than 100%. That is beyond the normal population increasing.
There are few Chakmas in Mizoram. Over the years they are increasing. Today they are increasing at alarming number. Even their increase is more than double of the national average. Today is almost 100%. Can you believe that this is a genuine increase? No human being on earth can believe that 100% increase as a genuine. So there must be some illegality of the increase. Yeah. Human beings do not multiply that way. Rabbits may multiply that way.
While the attitude of the state government remains of serious concern to various Chakma organizations, there is one silver lining. It makes a clear-cut difference between the foreigners who are illegal and the Chakmas.
Northeast of India abounds in natural and human resources, yet it is one of the poorest regions of the country. Government-sponsored schemes have failed to develop the region, and now it is time for them to seek private participation.
In the first week of this month, Calcutta hosted an economic fair organized by the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The objective was to promote the economic development of the Northeast and to make investors conscious of the rich investment potential in the region. Apart from Assam, none of the other 6 states of the Northeast participated. The reasons are not far to seek. The hilly terrain of the region escalates the cost of any development work.
Assam, unfortunately, has been plagued by a disturbance in the law and order front for over 12 years or so, till about 91. After that, things have started improving. The last couple of years, the law and order situation has stabilized. People's confidence has been restored in the ability of the government to ensure safety of life and property. And this, naturally, the investors always want to invest. Businessmen always want to have their business. But what they want, security of their life and property. Since this confidence has come up, naturally they are coming up investing. And from actual results on the ground, we are making this statement. People are inferring that the trend is positive.
The presence of the state of Assam was felt at large. Assam is so far the economically most advanced state of the Northeast. It came up with a range of incentives for the investors. Prominent among these were subsidy on state capital investment, power subsidy, sales tax exemption, and extension of transport subsidy scheme for another 5 years. At the same time, it made a plea for the accelerated development of the state and bemoaned the constraints in the way to progress. But it remains to be seen what significant changes a fair like this can bring even to the state of Assam.
And now, a report on an economic fair that also highlighted the rich culture of the region.
Things might not be well for Assam on the economic front, but the display of its rich cultural heritage enraptured the audience. It was the fusion of the past and the present. The Satriya dance, performed by internationally acclaimed Indira P.P. Bora, dates back to the 15th century and to the Vaishnava saint Sri Shankardev. Associated with the satras or monasteries, its transition to the contemporary dance scene has been recent. The evening also sought to give a boost to the dance forms that are on the verge of extinction. Jeng Behu is the most cherished form of expression of the women of Assam. Traditionally, young women assemble in groups and perform Bihu dance under a tree far from their abodes, and the venue is a forbidden place for the young boys. The Boros of Assam also performed their traditional Bagrumba dance, which is performed exclusively by the girls at night. But the grand finale of the evening was a musical performance by Bhupen Hazarika.
This is a song perhaps written more than 500 years ago. It's a devotional song. Buy me, oh God. I don't want any money, only you accept me. Kino bhagyo, kino bhagyo, kino bhagyo, kino bhagyo, milolo hamari joy rudhuro nandana. Niramana ranga pada dekhinu tumhari jai rudhura nandana he Radhava Rame jai rudhura nandana he jai rudhura nandana he jai rudhura nandana rudhura nandana. Anyway, ask me again.
How can socio-economic development of a place influence the growth of art and culture?
Growth is definitely helped by economic growth. Otherwise, there cannot be perfection towards the revival of the art of the roots. So, especially in Northeast, I have found that no songs, no poetries can bring about integration unless it is followed by socio-economic growth. So the planning division of the government of India should think about it first, so that the indigenous culture is culture grows to a better standard.
As elections in Assam draw closer, voices are once again being raised for the expulsion of foreigners from the state. A two-day convention organized by the All Assam Students' Union and participated by prominent intellectuals came down heavily upon the centre.
Bona fide Indian citizens are suffering a lot, and they are losing their identity, they are losing their ground, and we have been reduced to minority. Every ethnic group, tribal, non-tribal, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, all the religious group, everybody is suffering from fear psychosis, suffering from insecurity of life and property.
This is the high time to discuss what to do, because in this process, any non-Indian, that means any Bangladeshi can be a chief minister of Assam. Any Bangladeshi can rule Assam. So, in this juncture, we have decided to convene this national convention.
It was a sentimental start for the two-day convention organized by the All Assam Students' Union at Guwahati. It paid homage to the martyrs of the Assam agitation. Held on the 11th and 12th of this month, many prominent intellectuals and political leaders of the state participated in the convention. The chief guest was Dr. Hiren Gohai. The convention called upon the centre to solve the foreigners' issue. At the same time, it made a plea to the people of Assam not to depend on the centre and asked all genuine Assamese to participate in the elections. The former Chief Minister and at present the leader of the opposition, Prafulla Kumar Mahanta, hoped that the convention will give new direction to solve these contentious issues and blamed the centre for not fulfilling its obligation under the Assam Accord. But a fact remains that even when Assam Gana Parishad came to power, after signing of the Assam Accord, no serious effort was made to identify the foreigners and only a few were deported actually. B.N. Bezborga, the editor of the Sentinel, pointed out that foreigners, particularly from Bangladesh, are still coming to the state. The foreigners' issue in Assam continues to be a vexed one and remains a hot topic for discussion.
The status of women in the Northeast is at par with men. Their literacy rate is high and they are actively engaged in business activities. To highlight their issues, a conference was recently organized at Guwahati.
The women of the Northeast are enterprising, hardworking, and self-dependent by nature, but their labor is not accounted for in the socio-economic scenario. The new social scenario, with a literate and dynamic group of women in this region, has brought in a new era of economic participation. Though from a traditional environment, these women are now entering the world of entrepreneurs with a positive outlook and also to achieve their cherished desire of economic independence, leading in turn to empowerment. This fact was brought home at the second annual conference of the Northeast Women Entrepreneur Association, NEWEA. Among those who were present included the Governor of Assam, Loknath Mishra, the Chief Minister, Hiteshwar Saikia, and Tarun Gogoi. The Governor of Assam, Loknath Mishra, inaugurated the conference and lauded the efforts of NEWEA. He said that the women of this region were hardworking and talented and working towards the development of society and industry.
Ladies have taken up the cause of industry, industrializing the state, and having formed the association for further advancement and further helping those who are trying to industrialize the state. It is nothing very unusual, but it's so much encouraging to see that our ladies folk are so much advanced that they have formed an association and they are in a position to help others in industrializing our state.
The Chief Minister of Assam, Hiteshwar Saikia, released the souvenir of the conference. He stressed the need to focus on traditional handloom and handicraft industries. These industries could provide employment to thousands of women and young girls. Mr. Tarun Gogoi released the constitution of the conference. Mrs. Kamal Kumari Barua, the former Education Minister of Assam, inaugurated the 3-day exhibition of NEWEA at Guwahati. The different states of the Northeast also participated in the exhibition.
His are the hands that carve dreams. The quality of his work inspires awe. He has been conferred with the title of Master Craftsman, and it is his never say die attitude that keeps him going. In person, Sapan Niyog.
Sopon Neog is known for his wooden carvings of one-horned rhinos. Besides, he also models masks, statues, and trays. His works are in such great demand that he is unable to fulfill his commitments. The process of carving is slow, and he is not able to obtain the wood at reasonable rates. Born on 21st of November, the work of Sopon Neog inspires a dream. His father and his uncle were the source of inspiration. Sopon Neog started his work early. It started with carvings for decorating homes, but today the wooden carvings of Sopon Neog are in much demand. Sopon Neog has been recently conferred with the title of Master Craftsman by the Textiles and Handicrafts Development Ministry. However, his request to the authorities is to make available to him Ghamari wood at the nearest center. Sopon has participated in many exhibitions, including the Surajkund Crafts Fair. He is also involved in training the youngsters and has won many commendations and honors.
एक्चुअल आम मन में जो आता है वो करना नहीं पाया है. एक्चुअल जो कमर्शियल साइड अभी कर रहा है, लेकिन जो सोसाइटी मिलता है वो हमको अच्छा लगता है. ये काम करने जो रेपुटेशन मिलता है वो अच्छा है काम करने से.
तो कमर्शियल में आपको पैसा मिल रहा है?
पैसा मिल रहा है, लेकिन पैसे का लिए अभी काम कर रहा है, लेकिन बाद में हम देखेगा तो हम कोई आर्ट काम करेगा. वो अभी तो हाथ वो हमारा ठीक ही है.